This is West Ham Unofficial. Come on, your Irons. Yes, people, welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. It's the match preview. West Ham United are back in European action once again as we take on Rapid Vienna in the Europa League. We've seen pictures in the last couple of hours on social media of West Ham players getting on the plane and making their way out to Vienna. You saw a few smirks on their faces because they know they're going to Vienna whilst we are all sitting in front of our tellies at home. I'm joined for the preview tonight by regular John. John, how are you?
I'm all good, thanks. Congratulations, Jake. 2,000 subscribers. Very, very well done. I know you've been getting closer and closer, and you're there. You've made it. Well done.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been quite good in the last week or so. Counting up and going up a few a day, and yeah, we've had a good run, and yeah, fantastic. Obviously, thank you to all of you that have subscribed. Right, let's head into the chat. Evening, James. I hope you are well. Scotty V is in the building. Simon's in the building. Little present for Scott and Simon in there tonight. Because there's more people coming in the chat, so we've added you two as mods. There we go. Simon's realised he's a mod. You feel honoured. There we go. Watch out, Mr. Cox. New mod in the block. Yeah, well, you got to help Dad out sometimes. There's a few people in the chat, so who else but Simon and Super Chef to give the mods to? Sharky, I hope you are looking to tomorrow against Rapid Vienna. 3 points are crucial to make sure that we top the group. I think we will get the win. We'll get into team news and all of that stuff in a second, John. But we need 1 point from our 2 games to secure first place, I do believe, in our group. Are you confident?
Yes, very much so. I think we looked on Saturday as being a bit of a blip, but they know what they need to achieve tomorrow night. And, it's just that 1 point. And then we can forget about it until the 10th of March, play away, and then a home leg on the 17th. So quite a few weeks and months between now and then. And that'll be the main thing. We just concentrate on other things and boosting up the squad in January. But yeah, confident for tomorrow to get what we need.
Yeah. Scott, thank you very much for your kind donation, £4.40. I'm also want to thank you, Jakey. That's all right, Scott. That's all right. Let's see who else is in the chat tonight. Congrats, Jake. Thank you very much, James. Yeah, really good hitting 2K last night. Peter, hope you are well as well. So we've heard the news, and there's a few journalists have been reading between the lines in the last hour or so and have realised that, and with the press conference that's currently going on with David Moyes and Alphonse Areola, that Lucas Fabianski and Michail Antonio have not taken the trip to Vienna, which is, you think precautionary, ready for the big game at the weekend. Are you happy, especially to see Michail Antonio putting his feet up on Thursday night?
Yes, yeah. Give him another rest. I mean, he looked jagged on Saturday when we watched him. He wasn't at his best. He didn't seem that sharp. Maybe it was that long transatlantic flight that tired him out. So give him a break. Man City, they'll be really quaking in their boots now for Sunday's game, knowing that he's been rested and we'll be ready for Plan A when we play at the weekend. But with Fabianski, well. He knows he wouldn't have played anyway. I guess that's Randolph in as the substitute then.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be Randolph and probably Martin will take the trip as well. But David Moyes' press conference is currently taking place now, so every now and then we'll have a little extract out of it. And the first was he talks about Antonio's absence from the squad. He says, "We've chosen to decide when we need players. We've got a busy week coming up next week, a full Premier League." Oh, where's that gone? Crikey, they just updated it. A full Premier League fixture list for everybody. So we want to give Mick a good chance of being ready for it. Now, this is really crucial squad rotation because in the next couple of weeks, we've got Brighton, a bogey side. We've got, of course, Man City at the weekend. We've got Chelsea. And then we're going to Arsenal and then a game midweek with Spurs in the Cup. It is never ending over the next few weeks. So it's so crucial what David Moyes does with these starting lineups and rotations, John.
Oh, it is, yes. And I think as we've seen it with the Europa League games already, he's basically got two teams that he's playing, and it's worked well so far. I think we were disappointed at Genk a few weeks back that we didn't get the win, but, an unlucky wicked deflection that stopped us getting all 3 points. So the system seems to work between the league, the cup and Europa so far for him.
Yeah. So let's head into the chat. Kent, I hope you are well. Rapid were awful first game. Let's hope they are as bad tomorrow. I think it's going to be the same with Rapid Vienna as almost with Genk. And we said it before the game, John, is that the fact that they might have a bit more in them because they're at home, and I think that could be the case with Vienna again, because Vienna and Genk didn't really pose much threat at the London Stadium, but we saw at Genk, it was a little bit of a difficult and sticky evening. Do you reckon we could see something like the same again from Vienna?
It's different. It's going to be so different with no fans in the ground, and of course we've got a good record playing, particularly away games with no fans in the stadium. So that's going to be interesting to watch. I think the other critical thing is I was looking at Vienna's performance in Europe, and I think there's only 2 seasons in the last 25 years when they haven't played in Europe, and it just shows how far we've come that we're playing teams now of that caliber, either Champions League or Europa League. It just shows how far we've come. I think we can forget that. We're first timers or newcomers in it, but we are playing some very, very well established European teams in this, and it's a great time for us.
Yeah, definitely. But Antonio hasn't travelled yet. Antonio in for a meal with the chef Scott. It's a curry tonight, so if you fancy some spices, welcome around. Homemade curry, I like it, Scott. Is it on the spice-o-meter? Is it like a korma or is it like a really hot and spicy one? What are you going for tonight? Dawson, Sharky's using one of the members' exclusive emojis. Of course, he's used the best one out of the lot. The Craig Dawson one needs a good performance. Yeah, he does. But I just want your opinion, John. A lot of people have given stick to Craig Dawson for his performance against Wolves. I didn't think he was that bad compared to Kurt Zouma, to be honest with you.
Well, he finished off at Liverpool on a very, very high level because he came in as a sub, played very well. He set up his blocks, set up the second goal for Bowen to break away, so he could read what was going there. But everybody had an off day really on Saturday, sadly. You tried to analyse the goal that Wolves scored, and it was from outside the box, and there was a line of our defenders, and really the midfield didn't come back to help the defence either at that particular time. So it was a mistake by the whole of the team, including the midfield, that allowed the Jimenez to get that shot in and score. Yeah,
it was just not a good day at the office. But if you would like to have the pleasure of using that Craig Dawson emoji, you can become a channel member from just now $1.99 a month. We've added a new tier. You can now be a super sub, a first teamer, or a star player. You can check out all information with the link there if you're interested. Only a tikka masala, unfortunately. John, what do you prefer? Really, really spicy, or do you prefer like a tikka masala or a korma?
It's a tikka masala for me. Yeah, it's a nice korma, nice creamy one.
Decent. Arsenal, we will be at Arsenal away. I imagine Byrne will start up front. Is that what you expect, John?
Well, there's got to be a place for Yarmolenko somewhere as well, because he's got to be chipping away, and I mean, Bowen will always be there as a starter, I think, and yeah, he'll be there, but I'm sure Yarmolenko's got to make a start as well. You've said this before. He scored so many goals for Ukraine, and they're all against foreign defenders, and that's who we're playing against tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah.
that could be the stage for him this time.
Well, is it Yarmolenko's time? Yeah, Richard. He does say the Y word, Yarmolenko. Everybody's saying the Y word. Maybe we need to see Andrei Yarmolenko putting in a perler of performance on the wing up front. Who knows? I had just got Jake's shirt with Yarmolenko on the back's coming. Is it okay? He'll appreciate that definitely. Need to bounce back after the shambles on Saturday. We do need to bounce back. It's crucial that we do bounce back, isn't it, John? Because I keep saying it week in, week out. If we lose 2 games on the bounce, then if we do it in this period, things can stack up against us very, very quickly. Kind of 2 can then come 3, and quickly all of a sudden we're sliding down the table. That's just what you get when you play European football.
Yeah, and over the next few weeks, they've got 2 games a week coming, so they'll play one day, have a day's rest, and then 1 or 2 days before the next game, and getting the tactics together, going over what the stats were from the previous game and so on, where they can improve and so on. Moyes has known all this all along, so he's known the diary of the fixtures. So let's just hope that he and his team have got them just right, and then we can just take each game as it comes, and carry on into a very, very busy Christmas period.
Definitely, yeah. Cometh the hour, cometh a Vlasic goal. Who knows? Who knows? I would love to see it. Vlasic on one side, Yarmolenko on the other, Lanzini just sitting, and it's probably going to be Bowen up front. No, the one-legged magician on left foot donkey on the right. To the one-legged magician. I don't care. I like it. I like it. From what we saw from Rapid Vienna last time, track your mind back if you can, John. Do you fear them? Any players that particularly, just fear you, or are you going into the Europa League games once again saying, you know what, we can beat these and get through to the next round?
I'm going for option B. I felt we were going to beat Vienna in the previous game 2-0, and I know the second goal came quite late, but we seem to be in control of that game. We played to the atmosphere. It was a good atmosphere that night in the stadium, and we now have set the pace playing with Vienna. We know what to expect. I did see some quotes from one of their young defenders today saying that they're up for it, but they've really got to get 7 points from this division to qualify into the playoffs. So they need to win both games. It's a tough ask, and obviously we know what we need to do. So and of course we're starting with the result that we want anyway, as a point.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike's in Hope You're Evening Chat. Just had my booster seized Sunday. Hope you don't have any issues with that, Mike, because I will see you bright and early, very bright and early on Sunday morning. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day, but looking forward to it. I've written off both Man City and Chelsea games. If we got anything from them, it will be a bonus with Dawson. But that's a bit harsh, Peter. Come on. We've got to go into these games thinking we can get a point out of these games, because we've shown our talent and what we can do so far this season against the likes of Liverpool. E20 at the World, James, never write off the mighty Hammers. I completely agree, Pete. I completely agree. Right then, so Areola, let's talk about him quickly. Obviously, he's going to start. Do you think whatever he does, he's fighting a losing battle to try and get in front of Fabianski in the Premier League side without Fabianski making a big mistake?
Yeah, he's had a full season last season. He was Fulham's Player of the Year. Obviously, with them playing the way they did, he was kept very, very busy. But he's had a few hairy moments that we've seen whenever he has played this season. The talk seems to be that the club seem to be looking at other keepers as an option. So it's very difficult to judge.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, looking forward to getting up at 4 a.m. Hopefully Vienna open up early and we pick them off on transition of play. This is the key. If we can get it done reasonably, comfortably, all things going well in the first 45 to an hour, then it's key that Moyes takes our really key players off. Give some youth and second team players a run out, purely for the fact that, we might be given the run around for 90 minutes on Sunday against City.
Yeah. He's got to see how things are looking tomorrow after about an hour or so. If it's comfortable for us, then he's got to start making some changes and bringing people off just to see the game out with a view for Sunday.
Gary, hope you are well. Evening, I can see 9 points coming up. Not looking forward to the midweek stop and go, says Gary. Will Alex Kraupe be allowed on the pitch in Vienna? I hope we do see him, because he hasn't really had his opportunity in a West Ham shirt so far. So hopefully he can start getting it on a regular basis, perhaps against Spurs in the Carabao Cup as well. There's plenty of opportunities to see Alex Krau over the next month. Cool Dariola, sponsored by Cola. It drinks Coca-Cola. That's not bad. It's not bad like that. But let's get on to the final part of the show, and let's get on to your prediction, John. What are you going for?
Going for a 1-1.
Ooh, who's getting the goal?
Yeah, it'll be Bowen.
Bowen's on fire. Yeah. Well, yeah. Not against Wolves because no one was on fire. But the highlight pretty much of the game was the second half came out and they started singing the song over the tannoy, the actual song. But the West Ham fans went, "Yeah, cut that. We'll sing our version." And that was probably the highlight of the 90 minutes, to be honest with you. But any final thoughts, John, before we head?
Well, I think like, so many of us, I'm looking forward to watching it on the television. It makes a difference to me going to Manchester Airport tomorrow morning to catch a 6 o'clock flight to Amsterdam and then on to Vienna. So, I've got my cash back on that in the hotel. But, let's get in front of the fire and watch a display from the Mighty Irons.
Definitely, yeah. John's gone for a 1-1 draw to secure our last 16 status in the Europa League. I am going to go for we're nicking this 1-0. I reckon. I can see a goal from the one, the only Craig Dawson. I can see it, a header, the flying fish getting in at the back post and nodding one home, and us scraping a 1-0. And it's not going to be pretty, but we don't need it to be pretty. All we need is that 1 point. Let's take some of your predictions. 2-1 for me, 2-1. Scott's lineup: Areola, Fredericks, Diop, Dawson, Sufaro, Rice, Krau, Lanzini, Vlasic and Yarmolenko and Bowen. 2-1. There's a lot of 2-1s flying about. 3-1 West Ham, as Hammer said. Hammerhead. We will either win, lose or draw. Exactly, Pete. But we've done a poll. So before we head, let's have a look at the poll I've done in the live chat, and I'm going to end that poll just now, and let's see how many votes we have had come through. Okay then, so whilst that's doing that, drop a like on the video. Let's try and get 20 likes. Why not? That's not coming. There we go. Right, so John, there's been 18 votes, 88% for a win, 11% for a loss and 0% for a draw. What do you make of that?
Well, we're confident. It's great being a West Ham fan now when we can sound so confident. Remember how it was before the game on Saturday, and that's not put us off. So that's great. That's great that subscribers are happy with what they're expecting to see tomorrow. Great.
Exactly, yeah. 4-1 to the Hammers, says Robert Hill with 11% predicting a West Ham loss. Who are they? But we've got a show tonight, 7:30, 25 minutes. Go and get a cup of tea. Scott can finish off his Tikka style, and we've got a good interview coming your way at 7:30 tonight. So from me and John, come on, you Irons. Thank you for watching. Let's hope we can get that point. And we've got plenty of match day vlogs coming up on the channel. We've got City, we've got Arsenal, and plenty more away days and West Ham vlogs coming on the channel. So come on, you Irons, and we will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
See you guys.